Well, welcome to round 6, effectively, the final round before the semi-finals. And I've been caught on the hop here. They've kicked off early. Already East have gone close to scoring through Morgan Cohen, who I haven't commentated before, but now West Tigers have it. Luke Vella. Here's Josh Clare with a interesting bomb. The bounce is a good one for the Tigers, and Lindsay Elliott goes back. The earlier game, quite a sensational one. Newtown, to be honest, they weren't at full strength. No Bryce Crane, no Anthony Aegis, and South took advantage. A massive game from Jalen Martin, 4 tries, including 2 runaways. And South have taken the minor premiership with a 34-10 victory, which augurs well for them. All I saw of that game really was George Togan try to convert the final try, and it wasn't pretty. Anyway, here we go. Early in the game here. Here's Lindsay Elliott. He goes back to the blind. Oh, Bragnell does very well to knock that back in field, but the referee's got an error, and West Tigers will have it. Mark Keaton. So West Tigers, they can actually move into second spot. If they win here, they'll go ahead of Newtown. Oh, that's a great tackle from Cohen on Eddie Sharp. I don't think I've had the pleasure of commentating young Morgan yet. I've heard good things about him. There's a nice flick. Well juggled by Rylan Gordon, but he couldn't quite hang on to it. We're over here on field 2 in the Alfie golf stand. Here's Daniel Shepherd. Couldn't quite get away from Dan Peachy. It's a nice, cool, dull day. Not too cold though. Pretty still. Little breeze coming from the southwest, as it usually does here at Cabramatta. Daniel Shepherd. It looks like the kicking duties are with Claire. It's a little grubber. It's bouncing awkwardly, but it's very well picked up there. I think it's Joe Egan. Oh, out of dummy half. Morgan Cohen. Nice basketball pass over to Deprell, Joel Deprell. Sorry, Pragnell, I should say. Good start to the set of 6. And it was Vella there in cover. Clifford Travers, he was about to have a dart. I think he looked where he was going to run before he secured the football. Dan Peachy gets a nice cut-out ball to Lamapeti. Oh, he goes into Gordon. Gordon has trouble picking down the big man, but eventually he does. Something nice and homely about this field. Nice hands from Elliott. He's Todd Dorwood down the blind. Oh, and fella's going to pick him up. It goes back to Lamapeti. Lamapeti's own easy there. He's got there, I think. George Lamapeti has scored. Oh, the big man. He's bustled his way over. And it's 4-0 to the Roosters. So Lindsay Elliott, pretty good kicker. We saw him last year kick a lot of goals for the West Tigers. Left footer. There he goes. No, he's won it. That's gone across the face. Remains 4-0. Well, he's still getting a bit of a drink, and there goes the tap off, and it's Josh Clare taken by Egan. Vella off to the blind. Eddie Sharp, recently selected in the Australian team, has been Vella, and he'll run away. Well, will he? No, the cover is there. Oh, when he stepped inside brilliantly. Oh, they're still coming to get him, but he'll get it down. No, he's going to do Eddie, and Eddie will score. And there's the kick, 6-4 to the Tigers. The Australian representatives combining there, Vella and Sharp. And it was another Australian rep converted the try. Cooper Travers, player of the year last year. He takes the tap off and Claire's there to meet him. Lindsay Elliott. Oh, I do like the combination of the halves that East have. Young Cohen and Lindsay Elliott. Here's Caleb Bazzini. Also a player I haven't had the pleasure of calling yet. Egan. Here goes Cooper Travers. A lot of black shorts in both teams today. which we've already seen the impact of that, as we've had a couple of tries that couldn't be stopped near the goal, and that's well picked up by Vella. It was a good kick from Cohen. Nice work there from Weiss. Goes back to Daniel Shepherd, and Cohen's been all over him today. You may have seen Daniel's last game, where Daniel did have a blinder against Newtown, I think it was. Here's Clare. Villa. Tigers lead 6-4 early on. Here's Gaudron. This is going to be interesting. I don't think they'll catch him. And Dale rigging around. Tigers go ahead 10-6. They've won their last two. And they're, after conceding an early try, they're looking good again here. Well, Eddie Sharp, we saw that he can kick last week. Well, maybe he can only kick at Henson Park. He's missed that one. 10-4 to the Tigers. More good news for the Tigers, with Fred Morkadrecki soon to be thrown into this game. There'll be no wooden spoons for the Tigers, one wouldn't think. Mind you, they actually could finish last on the table if they lose today, yet they'll finish second if they win. The semis will be very interesting indeed. Dorwood and his mate Keaton come together, and Keaton had him. Difficult one for Cohen to take. Here's Peachy, Dan Peachy. Goes back to, oh, and I think he has gone into touch there. Here goes Keaton. He's on his own though, but he takes the yards that are there. Daniel Shepherd into dummy half. He'll give it to his mate Clare. He needs to go with Clare. They need to go up together, those two. Here's Shepherd now. He runs nicely into the available space. That's a good run. Josh Clare. I would like to see Josh Clare and Daniel Shepherd get together and pop the late pass. He's, brilliant play out the back there from Vella. Egan's down, but he'll get up again. Chris Sansom, a very skillful Chris Sansom. He loves to try things. Not on that occasion, but he's a very entertaining player to watch. Wood picks up the loose one. Here's Egan, running freely. Running freely, Egan! Oh, he's popped it back inside though. The ball's loose, picked up brilliantly by Peachy. Back to Dorwood, but it's come forward for Daniel Shepherd. He's often there on the loose ball. Josh Clare. Brett Weiss improving every game. And the run around to Weiss, and it goes out. And Morkadrecki's on there now. He's in great form. Some of the footwork in the exhibition game at Henson Park last week. And step off both feet. Nicely into the line is Weiss, and giving it away to Eddie Sharp. He wants to run it to Black short, and he's going to do it and score. Eddie Sharp is in for his second. Darcy gets the kicking tee out to Ryland, and Ryland, he'll fancy his chances of kicking this. But he didn't quite set it up. He did have it set up a bit to the right, and it's 14-4. So 5 minutes to go in the first half of this very entertaining game, and there's Cooper Travers. Little Cooper, he fancied himself a chance of getting away from Josh Clare there. Out the back goes Lindsay, and here's Dorwood. Dorwood's looking dangerous today.
Stop for a minute.
Egan. He's going to turn it back inside to Lamapedi, the East try scorer. Cooper Travers. Cooper Travers. Oh, he's a dangerous little runner. Lindsay goes again to Lamapedi. That's the last tackle. who's going to kick. I think Lindsay's probably going to put the kicking himself. It's handy having the left boot. It's a difficult bounce for Eddie Sharp, but he is in magnificent form. And the touch was made back there by Peachy, I think. And there's a bit of an injury. Yeah, Lindsay copped a big knock, putting his body on the line to tackle Eddie, and but he's up. The little 5'8" is up and ready to go. Villa to Clare. Weiss. Gee, I like Weiss. He's always got the ball in two hands. So Eddie couldn't get away from Bazzini, the two big men. Daniel Shepherd goes to Clare. Back him up, Daniel. Sorry, my bias coming in there. Here goes Morkadrecki. We haven't seen much of him yet. Oh, the dummy. But that was a good touch from Pragnell, who I believe is also on the plane to New Zealand. Oh, that's nice work. Oh, here's a chip from Villa. The bounce is, well, it's well picked up by Morgan Cohen. Nice run at a dummy half, and the black shorts come together. They couldn't get him to ground though. Peachy nicely taken. He's got Cooper Travers. Oh, nicely taken as well. Oh, that's a very hard pass, but it's play on for Peachy. Dan Peachy. Cooper Travers. Cooper Travers, he'll get around Shepherd, will he? No, Shepherd does very well to get him. And it was a late pass. Well, improvement in Daniel Shepherd. He wouldn't have got Travers last year, I don't reckon, there. Vella back at fullback. Clare. We have a very interesting situation on the competition table. It's much tighter than last year. Late pass there. The Peachy touch will be acknowledged. Daniel takes his yards. Clare looks... Oh, that pass was marginal, but he's through. It's been play. It's allowed to play on. Villa looking for support, but he's going to go and score right in the corner, and let Ryland show us what he can do. Well, the pass might have been marginal, but it's good to see Clare offloading like that. That's what the West Tigers want. That's a nicer looking kick, but it's too much hook. 4 tries to 1, but it's 18-4, so he's not out of it at half-time. Half-time, an award for Player of the Year last year, Cooper Travers. I don't know if he knew he won it. He wasn't at the presentation night. And he finally gets his award at half-time in the final round. Great to see. He did have a magnificent season last year. Growing a bit of a beard too, which is good to see as well. So yes, after the South victory early today, they go to 6 points. They have a very good point against. Newtown are on 5. West Tigers, if they win, will go to 6 points as well, but they need to win by about 70 to take the minor premiership. East, if they win, would probably stay at 3rd. They'd go ahead of the Tigers. They're on 3 competition points. But again, they wouldn't go ahead of Newtown unless they won by, well, a massive margin. They trail 18-4, but they're not out of this, and that's a nice kick-off, but well taken by the unbelievably in-form Eddie Sharp. He must be in career best form. A good bustling tackle from Morgan Cohen. Almost gets him into touch. And Morkadrecki, watch his footwork, he beats one. Keaton. Back to our running game today. He has been dummy half most of the season. Here's Clare. I'd love to see him offload again like he did just before the half-time hooter when he put Vella away. Here goes Gaudron. He's Weiss. He always looks to pass. Ryland, I thought he was going to kick a field goal for a moment. That's a nice cross kick, though. It's picked up beautifully by... no, the touch was made. Good work from Dorwood, who's been very solid in this game. Had to be very sharp to get that touch because Morkadrecki, he's quick enough to turn off the light and get into bed before it gets dark, and he was almost away there. Here goes Dorwood now. Eddie really wanted to tackle him, you could see that, but then he realised he's not allowed to. He's allowed to tackle Lindsay Elliott, though. But again, Lindsay stands his ground, very hard to get down. Here goes Egan. Egan, nice pass on to Morgan Cohen. Morgan Cohen steps back inside. He's really got a halfback look about him. Oh, and he held the pass back for a moment and went himself, but the defence was good. Peachy. Oh, the little flick for... the reigning player of the year, Cooper Travers. Here goes Cooper now. Cohen, it's the last. He'll look to kick. The cross kick is on. But no, he's actually put it straight to Vella. Vella with the big flick out to Morkadrecki. Very spectacular stuff. Great defence from Cohen. Eddie Sharp. He's the Ray Price of PDRL. I might have put the mocker on him there. That was more of a Nathan Hindmarsh pass, that one. Nicely back in from Peachy. Morgan hangs on to it. Plays it to Travers. Cooper Travers. Josh Clare and Travers. Bit of a mismatch in size. Peachy lays it up for George Lamapeti, the try scorer, out to Pragnell. He's put a kick in. That would have legally been a kick, I think. Oh, well taken by George. Tell you, the boys are on today. You see this? Their form at this stage of the season is much better than it was at the beginning of the year. They did, of course, have a late start to the season. Oh, great offload from Egan, but held was called. Lindsay, the kick. Oh, it's straight to Lamapeti. Oh, but he's couldn't hang on to it, and it's fallen fortuitously into the arms of Luke Vella, the Canterbury assistant coach in the NRL, I might add. Good promotion. I mean, he's since he's come into it, Canterbury are playing their first semi-finals in 8 years. Here's Sansom. What will he do? Oh, he held the pass up. Daniel Shepherd. On to Clare. It's good to see the two big men combining. Daniel Shepherd again. Will he look to pass? He will look to pass. That's good to see. Good play from the Tigers. Here goes Sharp now, but Dorwood very on the ball today. Morkadrecki. Oh, that's a great touch from Peachy. And, yep, he's definitely the designated kicker. He's Clare. The kick's not a bad one. It bounces well for the Tigers. I think Vella was thinking about the second kick. But Elliott cleans it up eventually. Cohen, straight out of dummy half. He gets away from Eddie Sharp. Clare's there. Lamapeti. He's having a game today. Oh, it's good to see a bit of dirt on the jumper. Not scared around running into Australian prop forward Eddie Sharp. Dorwood picks it up well and he scoots at a dummy half. Cohen, Peachy. Nice, runs it to the line. Tough one for Egan. And I think that's the handover. Don't apologise, get back, says Aldo. Rugby league is a game that doesn't have much room for apology. As the train goes by, Villa back to Gaudron. Gaudron runs into George. Oh, he puts the shoulder in and hangs on. Great tackle. There were 3 of them in there. Villa off to the blind. He's got Weiss running hard. Weiss couldn't quite pull that one in over his shoulder. Not happy with himself, but he needn't be upset with himself. It wasn't the best pass. Still 18-4. Don't change the half-time score. Here's Gaudron. Oh, raising the elbow there, but Lindsay Elliott stood his ground. Villa. Claire. Last tackle. Villa. The cross kick might be on again for Walker Dricky. Will the bounce favour him? Oh, he's done brilliantly there. Popped up. He managed... Oh, that's a great try. That was a difficult bounce to take. Very similar to the one Tyrone Munro scored for South a few weeks ago. And that is an excellent Tigers try. 22-4. It'll be Gaudron again. He's only 1 from 3 today, and Eddie's none from 1. Taking his time over this. There it goes. It's a good strike, but I think it's fallen away to the right. 22-4 it remains. Elliott gets us underway and he runs very well. 20-metre run from the tap. Claire made the touch. Goes Egan. Egan out to Bazzini. He's shadowed by Weiss. Egan again. He'll take on Villa. It won't... Oh, it's... Cooper Travers! Cooper! Oh, I think Weiss might have saved it, has he? I think Weiss... No, he's got it down. It must have been simultaneous. Try to Cooper Travers. 22-8. No, is it? No, he's going to... no, Weiss did get him. I thought he might have. It was very tight. Well, now we've got a try. Lindsay Elliott. I was trying to focus in there. I didn't quite see it myself, but Lindsay Elliott, on the back of the Travers near thing, has got the try. 22-8, kick to come. Some good fight from Easts. Lindsay's kick. Away from the posts. Remains 22-8. Claire. Certainly a good warm-up for the semi-finals, which are going to be very interesting indeed. This is a much stronger West Tigers team than they fielded earlier in the year, or for that matter last season. Eddie Sharp. He's a big part of the reason is Eddie Sharp. Bounces nicely for Daniel Shepherd. He takes off, and Cohen very quick to bring him down. Gaudron. Nice pass. Well taken from Villa. He gets it away in the tackle to Weiss. Weiss gets it on to Claire. Claire looks for Sharp, but it was a slightly low pass. But it is good to see the likes of Claire and Shepherd offloading. It's a bit of a moment here. Referee concerned about an injury to a player, but it's all okay to play on. Samson from dummy half. Shepherd out to Morkadrecki. Morkadrecki comes back inside. He'll play it to Shepherd. Shepherd will go to... Well, Eddie wants it, so you better give it to him, but no, he was in front of Shepherd, so Shepherd wisely sent it back to Gaudron. Gaudron now puts a nice little kick in. Will it go dead? It's... Oh, well, Lindsay had to play it in the end. I think it was just pulling up there before the dead ball line, and this should be a line dropout. So, who will be taking the kick? We've got to wait for Caleb to get his shoelaces done up. Well, he is their forward leader, and if he wants to get his shoelaces done up, then he should be allowed to. Very wise of the little halfback, Morgan Cohen, to give him that time and that respect and that courtesy. So Cohen with the line drop out. And it's a nice one. Eddie Sharp's there. Oh, Eddie. Well, that's not his job to be taking those, to be honest. He picked his man there, did Cohen. Claire. Shepherd into dummy half again. He has a run. He has passed a lot today. Claire. Out to Sharp. Sharp. He takes on George, and George gets him down. But it's a high tackle. But I tell you what, Eddie's tough enough. He can handle that. Great to see the passion from George Lamapedi taking on a senior prop. As he got over the line, not quite. Great defence there from, I think it was Cohen, or was it? Yeah, it was Cohen. Shepherd. And for the second try of his career, his first came in his last game here at Cabramatta. Weiss nicely on to Keaton. Gaudrin was unmarked, but he couldn't get the pass away in time. Here's Gaudrin now. Great tackle from, although he steps through it and he'll bustle his way over, I think. Terrible camera work. But he got through the Egan tackle. It was a great hit from Egan. And then he carried Elliott over the line, but Egan's been hurt. I don't know if the try is going to be awarded. But Egan has been hurt there. Always a concern when Egan goes down, because if you were rating him on a computer game, he'd be 10 out of 10 for toughness. And yes, we do have a possible shoulder dislocation, I'm afraid. I am told the shoulder has been popped back in, lethal weapon Mel Gibson style. Very courageous. It was a good tackle. I missed it on the video. I think it was actually a perfect tackling technique. But Gaudrin was young enough and strong enough to break the tackle. Play will continue. I think the tackle was called, so Egan and Elliott did enough to stop the try. And here's Cooper Travers. Cooper's away. There's no one in front of him. They're not going to catch him. Oh, look at him go. He'll go all the way, the little number one. And that's a try. A wonderful try. 99 metres. Cooper Travers. So 22-12, there's about 4 minutes to go. The Roosters not out of this. It has been a tough day for the goal kickers. Here comes Lindsay Elliott, and that's through. That's straight over the black dot. 22-14. So the Tigers will want to be careful here. At this stage, they're playing Newtown in the semi-final, and they'll go in as the higher ranked team, which means if there's a washout, or a couple of washouts, they'll go through. Could be important. Here's Claire. Oh, nice onto Weiss. Nicely to Weiss. Nicely to Weissy. Chris Sansom. Takes it to Claire. Keaton thinking about the kick. Shepherd the dummy half. He'll go back to Claire. Claire's going to put the kick in. It's a nice grubber. Bounces up though for Cohen, who takes it well. Well, Cohen's now in a bit of room. If he can get around Eddie Sharp, he's still going. He steps back inside. The pass goes back into Peachy. This game is well and truly still alive. Peachy's away. He's over the halfway. He pops it back to Elliott. And it'll be play on though for East under the knock-on rule. Which is an obvious rule because, a lot of guys don't have full function of both upper limbs. Remember, Petty scored early in the game. Peachy did a long pass out to Pragnell. Well, this is a spirited effort from East. They certainly haven't stopped trying. And they find themselves still in the game. Dorwood, he's been impressive today. Pragnell. Back to Peachy. Mulkadrecki and Shepherd working in unison there. Dorwood. Here goes Cooper looking for his second. He's going to go with a big long ball. It's a good one too to Cohen. Nice kick. Oh, brilliantly juggled from Gaudron, and West Tigers have it back. He'd love to get him into touch there, but Gaudron's hung on to it. So time ticking away. Weiss looked to pass, but probably best to play it safe when you lead by 8 with about 3 minutes or less to go. Keaton. They'll look to get to their kick here. Oh, the pass bounces for Morkadrecki. He's not worried about it bouncing off the ground. Here's Eddie Sharp. That's the 4th, I think. Here goes Sansom. Sansom will look to pass. Oh, it's a beautiful passing motion he has. The spiral. He got away from one though, Morkadrecki. He's in a bit of open space. He can be very dangerous in these circumstances. Well backed up by Weiss. Gee, he's a good little player, the number 20. Here's Morkadrecki now. He gets the kick in. The chase is on. Lindsay Elliott with work to do, and he does it very well. And there goes the hooter. And Cragnell's still alive. He keeps it alive. Peachy. It goes on to Cohen. It's still alive. No, he must have called a touch there. And there it is. The West Tigers, 3rd win in a row. They'll finish 2nd on the table. And they'll take on Newtown next week in the semi-final. Where East will take on minor premiers South Sydney. And with the form we're seeing with all 4 sides, the players are really going to a new level. It should be a great semi-final series.